Which is better, Siri or Google Now?
The shiny one.
Okay, I don't know what that meant. What's going on, everybody? It is Alex from Everything for iPod. Right now I have the iPhone 5 as well as the Galaxy Nexus, and we're going to be doing a Siri versus Google Now comparison. Now, before I start, I just want to say that both of these devices are connected using Wi-Fi, so you can't be a hater and say that AT&T or Verizon is faster. They're both on the same Wi-Fi network, so we're going to get equal speeds. Also, I just want to say it is easy to get to Siri from the lock screen as well as going into the unlocked mode. It's the same thing. You just hold down the home button, so very easy. And that also equally as easy on the Galaxy Nexus on the lock screen. You're just going to go up, slide to Google, and you're going to get Google Now. Or at the home screen, you just tap the microphone icon, and you're going to get Google Now that way as well. So, how I'm going to be testing this, I have 20 questions. I'm going to choose one winner for each question, and at the end we'll see who had the most wins and which phone had the most wins, and we'll get a Siri versus Google Now winner. And we're going to be judging it off of speed and accuracy. So if one finishes faster but the other finishes right behind with more information, that might be the winner. So let's get into the questions right away, and let's just get into the video. What was the score of the Phillies game last night?
The Phillies were soundly defeated by the Braves yesterday. The final score was 8-2.
Okay, so it gave us the information faster on the Nexus, Galaxy Nexus using Google Now. It gave us a score 8-2. Phillies sucked last night. But it also gave us right behind it 8-2 on the iPhone, and it actually gave us the entire box score. It was only a few seconds behind. Entire box score. It sounded much less robotic on Google Now than Siri, and I'm just going to have to say that it goes to the Galaxy Nexus and Google Now, just because it sounds less robotic in the first question, and you're going to find that across Google Now and Siri, that it's going to sound much less robotic, much more natural, but it did give us the information first, so I'm going to have to say Google Now took the first question. Who won the Stanley Cup last year?
The Kings won the Stanley Cup 4-2 over the Devils.
And it gave us the score of the game, New Jersey Devils versus the Kings, and it told us that the Kings won the Stanley Cup, whereas on Google Now, it's just searching the web for it, so I'm going to have to say Siri took that question. What is the weather like for this week?
It should be nice. Up to 81 degrees and partly sunny.
Okay, so I did ask what the weather was for this week, and Siri just gave us the weather for today, whereas on Google Now it gave us a few days, 4 days, the wind speed, the temperature, and the chance of rain, as well as it says scattered clouds, where this simply just says temperature and only shows us a picture of what the weather is like. Let's see if we can get a more detailed information. Let's see if it can hear us this time using Siri. What is the weather like for this week?
The weather's looking good today. Up to 81 degrees and partly sunny.
Okay, so it's just not listening to me, so Google Now is definitely going to take that one. Siri just completely failed on that question. When was Oprah Winfrey born?
Oprah Winfrey's date of birth is January 29th, 1954.
Okay, so Google Now gave us the date really fast and said it, January 29th, 1954. It gave us a picture of Oprah, whereas using Siri, it actually told us way more information, including how old she is today. Basically, some really other stalkerish information too, like on the day she was born, when the sunrise and sunset was. So Siri gave us more information. However, I wasn't really asking for that extra information, and it looks like Google Now gave us the information that we wanted much faster. So I do have to say the winner of that question goes to Google Now. Show me pictures of German Shepherds.
If you like, I can search the web for pictures of German Shepherds.
So Google Now gave us a bunch of pictures of German Shepherd dogs right away, whereas Siri just said, would you like me to search the web? So winner of that goes to Google Now. Set a timer for 10 minutes.
Setting alarm.
Okay, 10 minutes and counting.
Okay, so They pretty much did the same exact thing. They said 10 minutes and counting. I do have to say, I kind of like the way that Google Now does it better than Siri. Siri is going to come up with just the timer counting down from 10 minutes. We already know that it is going to end in 10 minutes, and it doesn't actually X out automatically. I kind of like that Google Now X's out automatically and tells you what time it's going to end rather than how much longer you have. Just a little bit nicer in my opinion, and also sounds much less robotic. So that one I would say goes to Google Now. Call home.
Who would you like to call?
Home.
With whom would you like to speak?
Okay, so Siri is just completely screwing that up. It did say call home, got it perfectly on Google Now, and it's telling me that I can click the call button. Let's try it one more time on Siri. Call home.
Who would you like to call?
Alright, so Siri just completely failed at that one, so I would have to say Google Now. Usually I can get Siri to work with that one, but I do have to say it screwed up this time. Google Now is the winner for that. Open camera. Okay, so Siri opened the camera application right away, no hesitation, whereas Google Now just searched for open camera, so obviously I gotta give that one to Siri and the iPhone 5. Where is the nearest Starbucks?
I found 12 places matching Starbucks. 8 of them are fairly close to you.
Okay, so they pretty much gave us information at the same time. Siri gave us way more locations for Starbucks, and I did blur that out because those addresses are kind of close to me. However, Google Now gave us 3 Starbucks locations with a map, which I kind of like better, and although Siri gave us the reviews of the Starbucks, every Starbucks is the same. I don't really need the reviews, whereas using a map, I can see exactly what main roads the Starbucks are located off of, how far down they are to where I am, and I can really just get an easier look at it and see, hey, that's going to be easier to get to. So I got to give the Starbucks question to Google Now. What is on my calendar for today?
Okay, here's your appointment.
Okay, so Siri gave us that I have all day today, build video part 2, which means I just gotta edit that video together so it's ready for upload. So it gave me my appointment right away, told me I had something in my calendar. However, Google Now just simply searched the web for what is on my calendar today, which does you no good, so that one goes to Siri. What movies are in theaters near here? Okay, so it looks like Google Now just searched the web for what movies are in theaters near here. And what is Siri going to do? Okay, and after a little while, it brought me up with a nice little movie screen, including the name of the movies, the times that they're playing in theaters near me, the rating, and the Rotten Tomato ratings. So that's pretty cool. And Google Now didn't help me at all, so that question, although it took a long time, goes to the iPhone. What is 12 times 14 to the power of 3?
Okay, Lighty, here you go.
Okay, and it looks like Google Now gave me the answer right away, 32,928. iPhone gave me the same answer, 32,928, and it did take a little bit longer using Siri, so Google Now is going to get that one. Put a dentist appointment in my calendar for 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Setting alarm.
Did you mean September 20th?
And that's actually really cool. Google Now only September 23rd.
Okay, here's your meeting.
Okay, so that's actually really cool how that works. Google Now, I say totally lost that one. It just put... I'm just gonna wait until that's cancel. That actually just set an alarm in my phone for 9 a.m., which I don't want to just wake up at 9 a.m. I actually have an appointment at 9 a.m., so that lost that one, and although the iPhone took kind of a long time doing it, it did put an appointment in, and also a really cool feature, it is 1:53 in the morning, so it's kind of the morning, but it did ask me if I meant today's date or actually the next day, which is really neat and can be confusing at times, so the iPhone definitely clarifies that. Winner of that question by far goes to Siri. What time is it in Tokyo, Japan?
The time in Tokyo.
In Tokyo, Japan, it's 2:54 p.m.
Okay, so it did say the time, pretty much the same thing, displayed on both screens, but it did come actually a little tiny bit earlier on Google Now, so the winner of that one goes to Google Now just by a little bit, and you probably are going to get different times depending on, how fast your network is. It's really pretty much the same, but for me, Google Now is going to take that one. Who was the first president of the United States?
Looking. I found this.
Okay, so it showed me George Washington on Siri, showed me a picture and a bunch of information where it just searched the web, and it's kind of confusing on Google Now, so the winner of that question definitely goes to Siri. How much is $1 Canadian worth?
$1.0235
Checking on that.
Okay, so it gave me $1.0235, and on Siri, it really didn't tell me what it was worth in United States dollars. It just gave me some information about the Canadian dollar, so the winner of that one is going to go to Google Now. Send a text message to Noah H. Okay, and it did pop up right away on Google Now using the Galaxy Nexus.
Okay, I can send a text to Noah H for you. What would you like it to say?
What's up?
Here's your message to Noah H. Ready to send it?
Okay, and I'm just going to cancel that because it's
I won't send
2
it.
o'clock in the morning and I don't want to wake him up or anything. But it did prompt me right away on Siri to do it. And using the iPhone, I said Noah H. And it thought the message should say H. And it also can't send automatically. You do have to still click that send message button. So the winner of that question, Siri. In what year was McDonald's founded? 1955, right away on the Galaxy Nexus using Google Now. It's still searching on the iPhone 5 using Siri. We're getting some slow times here. So the winner of that one, right away, no hesitation, 1955. And it also did bring up a search result for using Google, and it said according to these pages down below. So it verified it using a number of web pages, 1955, and we are finally getting McDonald's, and it's not even telling me what I want. It's giving a interpretation of a result, dead and not available. I don't even know what it thought I said there, but Google Now is going to get that one. Go to yahoo.com.
Searching the web for yahoo.com.
Okay, and we searched the web on Google for yahoo.com. And then I can go click Yahoo, whereas Google Now just brought it up right away. So I have to say, that one goes to Google Now. Shut down.
Until next time.
Okay, so it just searched the web on Google Now for shut down, where on Siri, it didn't shut the phone down, but it actually just quit out of Siri, so the winner of that one, even though it didn't do what I wanted it to, it did respond to what I had to say, so the winner of that question is going to go to Siri. Okay, so it looks like our final score, the iPhone had 8 points, Google Now had 12 points. Now, according to what questions you're going to ask, you're going to get different results, and also depending on, your network speed, all those things could affect it. In my case, Google Now performed much better, and I have to say, sounds a lot better, too. It sounds much less robotic, as you could probably hear. The voice sounds really nice, it's really natural, and I really like the way it sounds. So, Google Now's really awesome, a lot better than I expected it to be. And although Siri got better with iOS 6 and the iPhone 5, it's still not where it needs to be. It still needs to get better. So hopefully we'll see some new things added to Siri in the future. For now, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on anything, and I will catch you in my next video. See ya.